Yeah.
I know that deep down inside, the growth comes from the shadow work. I was around before the five eyes. And when I saw and I completed holistic witchery this last round with the five eyes, I was like, it's brilliant, Sarah. How you incorporated, I have like 30 plus classes on my Teachable. You incorporated almost every single one of those classes into that five eye spiral. And if you start at the first one and work your way around, you can pretty much figure out anything you need to know in life. It works for everything, and it's cyclical, and everything in life is too. So you could even work it into your day where it doesn't seem like you're doing it. And
Mhm.
shadow work is a big part of that. And that's what I took home with me when I graduated from the holistic witchery program is I am always open to shadow work. I can always work through these things. I just start at the first eye and work my way through. And I have done that multiple times since.
We know that you were born magical. We know that you are intuitive, and we know that you are brimming with everyday enchantment. Here at the Sisters Enchanted, we believe in intention, we believe in intuition, and we believe in everyday magic. Welcome in to the Expedition to Soul podcast. It has been so fun for me this year to be able to talk to so many of our community members. And today I am bringing on a community member who was actually on the podcast like a long time ago. So we should compare and contrast to the now. uh, but
Good.
I am really excited to bring Crystal Ontis on today. Crystal, it's great to see you.
Hi, Sarah. It's great to see you too. Good morning.
I know. Good morning. We were chatting before this, so I already know how you are today, but how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's a beautiful day in Michigan. It finally is not raining. Yay! I swear everybody in the state of Michigan did some kind of rain dance when it was dry, and the universe listened because it has been doing nothing but raining ever since.
It's been like that. Like I think the
Yeah.
northern half of the US this year, someone
Yeah.
I have a RV and we do go to campgrounds, and somebody had been in the northeast part of the US from Texas and was like, it just rains here every day. Like, well, not
Yeah.
normally, but it does now.
Absolutely. I felt like I was living in Ireland from what I read from that because it rains a lot there in Scotland and all those places. And that's what it
Yeah.
feels like just a constant rain, but not today. Today it is not. It is sunny and it is muggy.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the fall, but
Yeah.
I'm happy with today. How are
Just
you?
right around the corner. I am good. I'm good. I'm happy to be
Fabulous.
talking to you.
Yes, me
Um,
too.
so all right. I know some of your story, and I would love, let's just get right into this. When I first met you, you were like trying to make some changes in life or do some big things
I
that I
was.
now know that you've done those big things. Um, so take me back in time. What was it like when you came to the Sisters Enchanted? What brought you here? Like, what made you say yes to us, or was there any hesitancy? And yeah, tell me how it went down.
I can picture it honestly. I was sitting on my couch and just scrolling through Facebook, and all of a sudden I came across a everyday magic class. It was free, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Why not check this out? I was at a point in my life where I didn't know what I wanted. I wasn't necessarily lost, but I knew there was something more that I needed to find. And so it wasn't necessarily, joining a group of amazing women. I didn't know that's what was happening yet. So I clicked and I joined the Everyday Magic class, and it was amazing. I just fell at home. I felt like this is my thing. This isn't hard. This isn't judgmental. This isn't anything other than me just growing to be my best self. And this is what I need right now. And my journey, I was a bartender at Applebee's and I wanted more. And I didn't know what I wanted exactly. And through different classes and opportunities through the Sisters Enchanted, I came across a live session with you, I believe, or Nick, one of the two. And then either you or Nick joined, and we got to talking about my birth chart and how I would, be beneficial in an area where I spoke to children. And I was like, what? You want what? I'm a bartender. You want me to speak to kids? And I was just like, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. And so, anyways, I ended up with a job at an elementary school. Super strange. My daughter, she was in preschool, and I volunteered a lot. And the superintendent called me and said, the teachers have been talking and they would like for you to come join our team as a paraprofessional if you would like to. And I said, you do realize that I work with a whole different kind of clientele. She's like, yeah, we'll give it a try. Okay. So within this position, it offered me to join a union, which then offered me a free associate's degree, like completely free, books, tuition, classes, everything. And that gave me 60 hours. I was able to sub in the school. And with those 60 hours, I am now in a position where I am a behavioral specialist in my elementary school. My main job is having groups of the behavioral, the ones that are a little more challenging and need a little bit more attention. I have those groups and I literally sit and talk to children all day. That's what I do. And I wouldn't have done it without you guys. Like I went to college and graduated. I would have never thought to do that. You guys gave me that push and it was wonderful. And just from reading my birth chart, just from all of these different magical tools that you get when you're in this community. And you don't even have to like be in the big classes to get on. You get a community in the free stuff too. It's wonderful. And that's what brought me.
So that's such a beautiful story. And also, I feel like that being a bartender probably primed you pretty well for unruly children.
Not only a bartender, but a bartender in a college town. So I was there for 13 years and like it was just the college kids' yield sign in life. They're like, okay, I'm just here to make some money and I'm going to keep moving on. So I saw lots of different kids, but I was working with adult children instead of children.
Yeah.
And it afforded me, this new job at the school afforded me to quit that bartending job. And I am an alcoholic, and it was in that time too that I was I wouldn't say suffering, but I was battling it, and I was trying to get myself in a place where I didn't drink anymore because I had to drink. It wasn't fun anymore, and I knew this. And with the tools, between the tools of the support system I have at home, along with you guys in the community out there, I've made so many friends on the Sisters Enchanted that I talk to almost every day by phone and text and things, and they check in on me. And if it wasn't for that system, I don't think I would have had the support to be able to say I'm 4 years sober today. And I am. And it's a wonderful life. And it's just, you guys really helped that out a lot too by teaching me the tools that I needed to help myself. It wasn't like you said, here is the solution to your problem, Crystal, because I asked you guys many times, oh, do you guys got any spells for helping? And you're like, nah, Crystal, this isn't, you gotta look inside you, and you would list off all the different things I could do for myself. And I took those tools and ran with them. Thank goodness. And I am better today for it.
I have chills everywhere.
Well, thank you.
So good. And congratulations to you, because none of
Thank you.
that is like, maybe like we provided some tools, but if you didn't do the thing, I mean, that's all you. So, big applause,
Thank
hats
you.
off,
Thank you.
all of
Thank
that,
you. Thank
because
you.
that is entirely on you driving that ship. So, I
A
hope
lot
you
of growth and a lot of hard work, and that's what you guys are really about, is the growth and the hard, and well, not yeah, the hard work, I guess, that goes into it. And every single class, like I look at my Sisters Enchanted, my teachable page, and I scroll through all these classes and I'm like, oh, I just love you all. I want to immerse in everything because you offer everything. Like if you need something, there's a tool for it, and it's wonderful.
That's one of the things that I think is maybe I find challenging to communicate, or people might not understand about us, is that, and what makes us different is we will teach you all the witch things. We'll teach you the moon phases and how to read tarot and how to make a crystal grid and how to cast a spell or do a ritual. Like, we'll teach you all that. But we also know that none of that really is going to help you if you aren't in it to win it for yourself too. So
you don't apply it.
Yeah, we meet everything with a heavy dose of growth and pragmatic questioning and really how to grow internally. so that all of this
Yes.
isn't just stuff that you're kind of accumulating and hoping will solve
Yeah.
your problems if you can just light the right candle.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And then, yeah, that's you. What you've taught me over the years is you have to do it for yourself, and you can take all the classes in the world that you want to and listen to all the lives and join. But if you don't actually sit down and do the work, then nothing will come of it. But you will see huge results if you do.
Yeah. So I feel like I have nothing else to ask you about. Just like I want bask in the glory that is everything you've accomplished because it is so good. Um, I will ask you, what is your favorite lesson or class or part of the Sisters Enchanted? Because you, like you said, you've been in it all and you've been around for some time. So you've also been
Yeah.
here for different iterations and like our growth over the years. So what is your favorite thing that you love to go back to?
I have oh my gosh, I remember Alive long, long ago. And it was about shape shifting. And I'm like, you guys put it out there. And you're like, it's a free class shape shift. I'm like, shape shifting. What? How are they gonna? And I listened to it on the way to work, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I am going to shape shift into a tip jar, and I am going to make so much money tonight. And I took that class and I ran with it, and I literally shape shift and made money. Couple weeks later, you did another class, another live on your spirit animal. And I'm driving down the road and a fox crosses my path. And I was like, well, while I'm listening to this class, this fox crosses my path. It's not supposed to be there right now. Maybe that's my spirit animal. So that's another one. However, my favorite is anything on shadow work.
Yeah.
I know that deep down inside, the growth comes from the shadow work. I was around before the five eyes. And when I saw and I completed holistic witchery this last round with the five eyes, I was like, it's brilliant, Sarah. How you incorporated, I have like 30 plus classes on my teachable. You incorporated almost every single one of those classes into that five eye spiral. And if you start at the first one and work your way around, you can pretty much figure out anything you need to know in life. It works for everything, and it's cyclical, and everything in life is too. So you could even work it into your day where it doesn't seem like you're doing it. And
Mhm.
shadow work is a big part of that. And that's what I took home with me when I graduated from the holistic witchery program is I am always open to shadow work. I can always work through these things. I just start at the first eye and work my way through. And I have done that multiple times since. And so I think the shadow work is the best part.
Yeah. Oh, I think that shadow work is the thing that I would agree is probably the best thing. Not that you
Yeah,
need me to agree with you, but I think that it is the best. So I think it's the thing that will change your life like completely.
absolutely.
Um, but I think it's the thing that people might want to avoid or hear the
Mm-hmm.
word chat like the two words and think they don't need that or that's not for me or
As you said it in the class, I feel that people have come to me since I've put on my Facebook page that, I graduated this class and everything, that they come to me and they're like, okay, so how are you doing shadow work? And I find that when I try to talk them through it a little bit, that what you said, there's shadow work and then there's therapy. You have to figure out which one, what you're suitable for in this situation. And I took that to heart too, Sarah, and got a therapist because there were a lot of things I was writing down in my workbook and working through. And I'm like, oh, I hear Sarah in the back of my head, Crystal, you might need therapy for this one. This one might be a little too deep for shadow work. So I got a therapist and I'm working through things even more. I'm still growing. And and it's all because of the fact that I started the shadow work and I knew I needed it.
yeah. Uh, yes, there's such a big difference between doing the work on yourself in shadow work or even getting feedback and having somebody like maybe read what you wrote or talking out your shadow work to somebody and therapy because shadow work I think what can really trip people up is when you start to think of things from the past that are impacting you now but where you get stuck in that like wanting to untangle the past and
Yes.
wanting to really like retell that story or understand it. And that's not what shadow work is. Shadow
No.
work is just seeing that, oh, yeah, I react this way when someone says this to me because this thing happened once before. And then you're able to just understand.
Stop. And yes,
Yeah. But as soon as you find yourself like mind spinning on it or trying to
going
like,
down a rabbit hole.
right, unable to disconnect from it, then that is
Yeah.
a therapist. That's a therapy situation.
Absolutely. And it's nice to have that layer about it. Like, okay, I'm sorry you're triggering me. All right, I need to breathe. I need to remember to breathe, and I need to see what's inside of myself that's reflecting upon them that I need to look at and look into. And then from there you can decide, can I keep going and flaking away at this layer, or do I need some help to do it too? You guys taught me that. And that's why I think shadow work is the best part to my growth. You got the tarot classes. I love the tarot classes. I love how you guys teach the tarot classes. I'm in astrology fundamentals, and I love astrology. Like, I'm getting it. It's clicking. It's working. And all of that stuff is really a tool for shadow work when it comes to me and how I use it. What do I need to know today? Who am I today? Flipping those cards, looking at my chart, looking at my husband's chart. That was huge and eye-opening. My oldest daughter, my youngest daughter, looking at their charts, that was eye-opening. I would have never thought to look at their charts to see why they're reacting the way I do. And that's because of you guys. So it's all great.
So good, Crystal. I love just hearing how you're actually using everything in your life, and that you can see the impact. But again, what's more important here is that you did that.
Like, I made pumpkin bread. I've never made bread in my life, and it was good, and I liked it, and I'm going to make more of it. I've been ticking off those challenge things in Enchanted Journey, and it's been a lot of fun. And my husband's like, Crystal, you're smiling. I'm like, I made some pumpkin bread, and it smells good in here. Like, it's all it's all good for your soul, period.
I saw you post about that bread, and
I love that. It was so good.
It's like, oh my gosh, we're making people cook now.
You are like, this is so kitchen witchy stuff, and it was great because otherwise I wouldn't have done it. There's no way I wouldn't have said, "Hey, I'm not in the kitchen. I don't like to be in the kitchen."
Yeah. Me neither, not so much. I
Yeah.
don't like cleaning up in the kitchen.
And I also like, Anna inspires me. She's like, I made this and that and this for dinner, and I'm like, whoa, can you adopt me?
I know.
Just adopt me.
Sometimes I go to her house and I see her doing this stuff, and I just look at it, and to me it like looks like witnessing like an engineer, with just all these different things that I wouldn't even know how to use. And she's just got like pots, and this stuff's browning, and this stuff is doing whatever it's doing. And then I'm like, what is this? Is like,
I bet her brain works the same way. It's just got everything. Yep, the organization of the Virgo.
So many steps, so many cutting boards.
Yes, it says you need to punch the bread. Why am I punching the bread?
I know. What did it do to me?
What am I doing? Yes, I get it.
I'm the same way. All right, let's do a little bit of this or that and get to know you a little bit more. All right. Are you a person who needs to sleep with total quiet, or do you require some kind of noise?
Noise. Yep. My husband got me going with that. I had to have complete quiet. Even growing up, when I'd stay the night at friend's house, before I'd say yes, I'd say, do you sleep with the TV on? I can't sleep if you have the TV on. No, the radio. I can't sleep if you have the radio on. So no, I can't stay the night tonight. Sorry. But now I have to have a fan. And some nights I have an air conditioner and a fan. So noise.
My family's the same way. We travel with a fan. It's like that dire.
Yep.
We don't leave home without it.
I have an app on my phone for blackouts.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's next level.
Yep.
Are you a person who likes to kind of be home in one place, or do you like to get out there, see things, move around?
Or a son. I love to be home. I love to be home in a clean house with the windows open and a candle going with a good book. That would be my epic day. But yes, I am a homebody, 100%.
Yeah. I am not a homebody, but what you just described, though, is the only way I want to be home.
Right.
Yep. That experience. That's where I'm like, all right, I could stay
so
here.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I can stay here. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
For sure. Coffee club too. Yep. All right. Tacos or pizza?
Tacos. I could live without pizza. I eat so much pizza. So much pizza. We were watching a TV commercial the other day, and it said something about eating eating pizza for 8 days. And Elizabeth goes, I wish I didn't eat pizza for 8 days, but it's coming. I'm sure of it. I was like, yeah, probably.
That's
Tacos
funny.
are the best.
Yeah, I love tacos too.
Hmm.
And you can, well, I guess pizza, you can like put anything on either of them, but something about tacos, I guess you get to, if you like make your own at home, and then
Hmm.
it just seems like an experience. All right. Do you like to listen to audio or read books? Like, what's your preference, reading or listening?
That one's hard. I have an Audible book, I have a physical book, and I have a Kindle book going pretty much at all times. I know it's Nick once said to me, Crystal, do not surround yourself with books. And I said, how do you know I do that? He says, right here in your birth chart. So like when I'm driving, I listen to Outlander. Now, Outlander is a huge
Yeah.
book. Okay, 38 hours of Outlander in one book. So I constantly have that one going so that I love Outlander. And then I have one, like I said, digital copy for when I don't have my book. And then I have a physical copy of a book. I just love it all. Yeah, books are my life. They really are.
Yeah. I like that. I find that I will, if I'm like in everyday life where I'm working, I have kids, I can get through books if I listen to them, because I can
Hmm.
listen to it while doing other
Yep.
things. So unless I'm like have downtime, then audio is just such an efficient way to.
I like the audio that because like there's words that I can't pronounce. I would have never known that the woman in Outlander's name is Leary. I mean, it looks like her name is Lego hair. And that's literally how it looks like it's written. So, I can hear the way they're talking. And then,
Yeah.
what's this? All Souls. All Souls has all sorts of words that I don't know. And I now know what they are because I have it on audio and I love All
Yeah.
Souls. So, yeah. And then my dummies books, like I don't have a lot of family. So in order to learn, I have a lot of for dummies books because they're written so that you can understand it. So I have a ton of those too. I love to learn, and books are a
Yeah.
great way to do that.
Yeah. That's true. So true. All right. Tarot or oracle cards?
Oh, tarot probably. I do
Yeah.
enjoy a good tarot card. Lenormand is my favorite system, but
Yeah.
I do, yeah. Yeah, I like the story and I like the specificness and telling the story. So yeah, tarot for sure.
Yeah. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
I think you're my first pancake ever.
Pancakes.
So
Yeah,
what
I
does
do
it for you with
enjoy.
pancakes?
Well, I made some strawberry jam. EJ challenge. So I made some strawberry jam and I put it on the pancake. It was so good. I'm a peanut butter girl. I don't use regular butter on pancakes. I put peanut butter on pancakes because I
Oh,
figure grab some protein while you're eating all this
yeah.
sugar and flour. So, and then I put some of my jam because my jam only had 1 cup of sugar in it. So it's not real thick. It's more runny-ish.
Yeah.
And it worked out perfectly. And it's a great ice cream topper too.
Oh, I love that. Pancakes. Now I want pancakes with
Yes.
all those things on it.
Yes.
All right, my last one. Are you a person who likes to be like inland in the woods or the mountains, or do you like to be on a body of water? And I guess a third option would be like a more deserty, but I just never pick that one because I would.
I would like to be on land in front of a body of water. I don't want to be literally on the water. I'm not a real adventurous kind of girl. I've never broken any bones. I've never really truly hurt myself that bad. And that's because I don't do adventurous stuff. I
Yeah.
stay away from it. So I would be the person lounging on the beach, watching the waves and watching you out there water skiing, going, yeah, go Sarah. While I sit on the beach. That would be a perfect place.
That's funny. No, I was just talking to because Anna and her husband, they got a small boat and it is a fixer upper and they've been working on it. So they haven't taken it out yet this summer. But they were mentioning how we should all go out on it. And because like I am adventurous, like I will do all these
Yeah.
things. But also though, I don't like being trapped on bodies of water. Like I
Yeah. I get it. I
so like
totally get it.
I was like,
Mhm.
well, I'm not really a boat person, which they both looked at me like I had 5 heads, you know, they're like, what do you mean you're not a boat person? And
Yeah, you're an everything person.
I'm like, yeah, but like what if I don't want to be on that boat anymore and everybody else
Yes.
wants to still be there and now I'm stuck there for 2 hours? That's
Yes.
not my preference.
I can see that and I can relate to that. Yes, I
I
wouldn't
need
like that either.
I need like an escape hatch from anything that I'm
You
doing.
just
And
need a little floaty boat next to you so that you can hop off and
if
go.
there's no way out, my Sagittarius does not like to
No, it
feel
gets
like
very unhappy.
I can't leave if I want to.
Get ready for some fire because it's coming.
Yeah. So that's my big secret in life is like I don't like to be in circumstances I can't leave.
Well, I mean, the Aquarius moon in us also wants to get away when we don't
Yeah.
like the situation. So it kind of goes hand in hand there
Yeah.
because I can relate to that.
Yeah. I don't like feeling trapped.
No, not at all.
That makes me, I mean, who does? But like I get like a visceral, like,
People go
hate.
into rooms and trap themselves. The escape rooms? Yeah, no, I think some people like it.
Do that the purpose. Uh,
Yes.
all right. Before I let you go, what is your favorite way to make some everyday magic? How do you do that in your life?
Gratitude. I've been thinking about this since you said something earlier about what I was going to say. And usually I say stir some intention into my coffee, but this time I'm going to say gratitude. I have found that I manifest things more with gratitude and they come faster. It's almost a guarantee that it will happen if you're grateful for it. And it's almost like The Secret, but I mean, with my own little tweak on it and a little bit more magic to it. Um, but yes, I love gratitude. Another episode of Sisters Enchanted Live. Sarah says, when you're sitting in traffic and you're mad at the world because of traffic, all it takes is to say 3 things you're grateful for, and it will change your attitude, and you might even be okay in that traffic jam. And I do that. And I think that is a magical thing. It's a magical tool in itself. And it's the easiest thing you can do is to say you're grateful. And it doesn't have to be anything big. I'm grateful for my coffee this morning. I'm grateful that my electricity's on. I'm grateful for the money in the bank. I'm grateful for the relationship I have with money. I don't know how many times a day I say that. That's from your money class. I am so thankful for my relationship with money. It is always there when I need it. And you know what? It is.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Yes. Gratitude goes a long way. And I think it's one of those things where it can feel like kind of because I've had people say to me, what did I said something about like my house needed work. My house needs so much work. And somebody was like, you should just be grateful that you have a house. And
Nah,
then
that's
I know,
toxic
yeah,
gratitude.
and I
Yeah,
exactly. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
I am grateful that I have a house. I would
That's not even where I was going with
and love it if like
it.
maybe my husband fixed the hole that leaked like in the ceiling a
Yeah.
year ago.
Yeah, I get that toxic gratitude. No,
Yeah.
that's more, I think they have a bigger underlying issue and need some shadow work right there.
Like I can still want more things and be grateful for what I
Absolutely, you
have.
can.
It
Oh,
works
for
both ways.
sure.
Yeah. And that's that manifesting part, I think, where you're like, I am definitely in love with all of this and so
Yes.
grateful. And also it'd be really sweet,
If I had
just like
$10,000
expand.
more.
Yeah. Just expand on this gratitude. So
Yeah.
I have even more to be grateful for.
Absolutely. Like when we get our snow days during the school year, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful I don't have to drive to work today. I work for a place that wants me to be safe. And, like there's so many different ways to do it. Why bother
Yeah.
being toxic about it? That
Yeah.
takes away from the whole thing.
Yes, for sure. Well, Crystal, it's been so great talking to you today.
You too.
Um, and it's been so amazing to witness you over the years and to see you reemerge in the community. Because I find too, like what's really cool about what we do with our courses is that once you have access, you don't lose access to the course. And it's
No.
been really fun this year because we did re-release a new version of the class of our holistic witchery class to see all these folks who took the class like years ago.
Yeah. It was in
Like
chunks. It wasn't
pop
even
back up
holistic
again.
witchery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it was
totally
so many
different. Yeah.
different classes. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and to see like just so many familiar faces come back around and participate all over again. It's been really cool for us because we know so many stories and seeing how it's different now and how people's lives are different
I
now.
love how
It's really cool.
Kelly is on board with you guys. Like I was
Yeah.
in classes with Kelly, like, and it's so cool to see her part of Team TSC. Like serious goals, like to be part of Team TSC would be amazing. But it's cool to watch your guys' growth too. I mean, just even as individuals from back in the day when cats were walking across your
Yeah.
lives and you're in the closet because you're traveling and all these different things to where you guys have come today. You have 2 books out. Anna's happy with all these kids. Nick's happy. Like everyone just seems so good in life, and it
Yeah.
it protrudes and it shows, and your energy is contagious for sure.
Well, thank you. We walk our talk. And
Yes,
so
you do.
that is one thing for sure. All right, Crystal. Well, if anybody's thinking
Yes,
of joining us, hanging out in our classes, you can find Crystal over in our
I'm
community
there.
groups. So come hang out, say hi to Crystal. And yeah, this has been so good to talk to you. I'm so glad
Thank
that
you
you raised
too.
your hand to do this
Yeah,
and showed up. So
I just
good.
had to wait to get good internet.
Yeah. I'm glad you figured that out too.
Me
As a
too.
person who travels a lot, that is a journey.
It
Good
is
internet is a journey.
100%. 100%. All
Yeah.
right, I gotta go get some leaves for our co-witching. I have to go
Yes.
forage. So
All
I will
right.
see you later.
Yes. Well, everybody head to the sistersenchanted.com or message us if you need any information, have questions. We'd love to have you in our classes. Thank you again, Crystal. And
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, everybody listening, until next time, I hope that you have an enchanted rest of your day ahead. If you liked this episode of the Expedition to Soul podcast, please rate, review, subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, it will really help us spread everyday magic, intention, and intuition to the masses and helps us so much as a small business. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcasting platform so you never miss an episode. There are new episodes every Tuesday. And as always, thank you so much for listening and being part of the community here at the Sisters Enchanted. And we'll see you in the next episode.